Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about something that affects every single one of us. The future of medical technology and the most current trends shaping the industry. Just a few weeks ago, I was invited to speak on this subject to a finance channel, and I thought I need to create a video for my channel about the subject. Advancements in AI, robotics, and also personalized medicine, they are changing healthcare as we know it. We will never look at medicine the same way as we used to because of all of these advancements. And what used to sound like science fiction, robots performing surgeries, machines are diagnosing diseases, treatments are made based on your DNA. It is happening right now. And I want to tell you, it's just the beginning. So today we will dive into the most current trends in healthcare, in medical technology. We will be talking about AI, robotic surgery, and personalized medicine. But before I begin, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, like my videos. It is especially important now after a break that I took from my channel, so I really appreciate your help. So now, let's begin. Let's start with one of the biggest, the loudest, and the most discussed trends around the world, not only in medicine, but in all other areas. We will be talking about AI and machine learning. AI is rapidly changing the way we diagnose diseases. AI is making the process faster and more accurate than ever before. In fact, the FDA has already approved over 1,000 AI-powered medical devices, medical technologies, most of which are related to radiology, but also AI is affecting cardiology, ophthalmology, pathology, and other medical fields. Major healthcare companies like Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, Philips, Siemens, pouring billions of dollars in AI-driven medical technologies. Why? Well, the answer is simple. Because AI has a potential to detect diseases much faster than humans can. It sounds a little bit scary, but it is true. A current trend making headlines is AI-powered implantable cardiac monitors. These devices can track patients' heart rhythm continuously, and they can detect a very serious condition, which is called atrial fibrillation, or AF. Atrial fibrillation is responsible for very serious conditions like stroke and heart failure. But many people do not even know they have it until it's too late. But with AI and those devices, doctors can intervene and help those patients earlier than something bad happens to them. Another exciting trend is AI in diagnostic imaging. And that's what I meant by devices can detect diseases better than humans can. Machine learning algorithms now can analyze medical scans like MRI, CT scans, X-ray scans in large quantities, very fast, and they can detect some serious conditions more efficiently than human radiologists. AI models are being trained to detect conditions like cancer, brain tumors, eye conditions, actually lots of different kinds of cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer, liver cancer, etc. And AI models can detect those conditions just by analyzing diagnostic images. What's mind-blowing is that AI can detect certain diseases as good or even better than humans can. And I know that many people have a little bit of skepticism here. And actually during my interview a few weeks ago, as I mentioned, people started asking me questions about how can we trust AI? But unfortunately, that's the reality. AI can analyze so many images that one person potentially will never be able to even look at in their lifetime. But don't worry, AI is not replacing doctors. AI is helping doctors to do their job better and quicker. And AI helps doctors to make more informed decisions, which I find is very important. Now let's talk about another trend in medicine, personalized medicine. Imagine if treatments that you are being prescribed are tailored based on your DNA, on your lifestyle, and on the way your body is reacting to different medications. Wouldn't it be fantastic? Well, the future is here. This is what we can do now. Advancements in genetic research with help of AI allows us to create treatments that are highly individualized. And it is a game changer for diseases like cancer, diabetes, and rare genetic diseases. Big pharma companies like Pfizer, Novartis, AstraZeneca, they are investing in personalized medicine. Roche is another one with their biotech company Genentech. And the reason why they do so, they understand that instead of developing one-fits-all type of treatments, they can target every individual and they can reach the best results with that. A major trend within personalized medicine is targeted cancer therapies. Instead of traditional chemotherapy, which targets fast dividing cells in the body, all of them healthy and cancer cells, targeted cancer therapies are only targeting mutations inside of cancer cells, which means that patients will no longer have all of those horrific side effects from chemotherapy when healthy cells in the body are suffering because they're being targeted by chemotherapy. And of course, that leads to better outcomes. It leads to more specific treatment of cancer. And we're finally, with this treatment, we're finally on the way of more effective treatment of cancer. Another exciting trend is the use of digital twins. It is a virtual model of patient's body that can be used by doctors to simulate the treatment plan on that digital twin before they can go and introduce treatments to the patient. What does that mean? That, let's say, the doctor can scan 10 different potential medications for a patient and choose the best one or maybe the best combination of a few of those drugs for that specific patient and introduce to the patient a very individualized treatment plan versus trying one by one different drugs before they find the effective one for that patient. With AI and genetic research, personalized medicine is becoming a new standard of medicine rather than just an emerging trend. And I'm thrilled to see how far we can go with it. And now let's talk about the robotic surgery. This is my favorite topic and my favorite trend because I spend so much time working in this field and working in surgical space. So that's the one I like the most. And actually that's the one that received the most questions during my interview and the most concerns, I would say, from the audience. Robotic-assisted surgery has been around now for many years, and robotic-assisted surgeries are being performed around the world because they allow surgeons to go and perform very complex procedures through very small incisions. Instead of opening up the body of the patient as it used to be, now they can go and just make a small incision, work in that small incision with a robotic arm and achieve the same results, which leads to better outcomes, shorter stay in the hospital, and overall in better results for patients. And that's where people sometimes confuse robotic surgery with robots. Robotic surgery is being still performed by a surgeon, but they're using robotic arms to do it. And the robotic arm can provide more stability for a surgeon because the surgeon is controlling it with a console, either inside of the room or outside of the room. But the robotic arm can provide the stability. It can provide certain techniques that human hand just can't do, and same with visibility, because robot also can see certain images and scans and analyze them live and perform very detailed, very precise procedures on the patient. One of the big names in robotic surgery is Intuitive Surgical, the company that created one of the first robotic systems, which is called Da Vinci. And they are continuing creating new versions of their robotic arms and robotic systems that allows surgeons to perform very precise procedures and various procedures on patients. Other companies like Medtronic, Stryker, Zebra, and Biomet, they're innovating the space of navigation, and they're building platforms where robots build a navigation pathway, as well as, well, obviously robots helping with surgery too, in orthopedic surgeries, spine surgeries, brain surgeries, which means that doctors not only can make the access to the place they need to go easier and quicker, but they also can plan ahead, and the navigation system allows them to basically decrease the chance of a mistake and remove or damage the part of the body that should be left intact. But one of the most current trends in robotic surgery is real-life AI insights. That is the next level. That is what we will see in the future when doctors performing with help of robotic arms performing surgery on the patient. But the AI algorithm inside of the machine will be able to analyze scans, lifetime, or also with use of smart tools attached to robotic arm. There will be live feedback from tips of those tools. Maybe they have sensors, which will tell that the pressure is too high or maybe heat is too high, that something can cause a damage of the tissue, which means that AI will be able to give a live insight to the surgeon, notifying the surgeon that something might happen or something is about to happen, which will again decrease the chances of a mistake, decrease the chances of bad outcomes, and it can detect complications before they happen. And another trend that is gaining more and more momentum is remote robotic surgeries. And again, with help of AI, with help of technology now, one surgeon can perform surgeries in different parts of the world by sitting in his office, let's say in New York City, in Vancouver, in Tokyo, but performing a surgery somewhere very, very far away. I think that definitely helps with accessibility to high-quality healthcare, and it's a matter of time until it's going to become more and more affordable, that some rural areas, some remote areas can afford systems like that, and they can actually get, people in those areas can get help of high-level professionals that maybe are not even, they don't live in their area, or they don't have the specialists in that area. But the bottom line, with robotic surgery, for patients, it means that it's less pain, less side effects, less time in the hospital, and better recovery. That's how I look at it. And again, I know I faced a lot of skepticism from the audience when I talked about it. And I want to say, we are not replacing doctors. Doctors are still making decisions. Doctors are still performing the surgery. Robots and robotic arms there to help doctors to do their job. What does it all mean? It means that we live in the most exciting time of medicine. AI, robots, personalized medicine, they're all changing the healthcare as we know it forever. And as I mentioned before, it will be affecting us and our families and our children. So it is very exciting. I want to say one more time, the future is not about replacing doctors. The future is about giving them tools that can help them to save lives, to do their job better, faster, with better outcomes, with less pain, less side effects for their patients, and to make healthcare more accessible to everyone around the world. So what do you think about these advancements? What do you think about AI, robotic surgery, and personalized medicine? Maybe you have a different opinion than I do. Would you trust a robot to perform a surgery on you? Would you use AI-driven medical device on you? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments below this video. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!